Oh, hey. How are you guys? When you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm just going to move this up a little bit because it was a little downward. So, when you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from in this beautiful planet Earth that we're existing on, or maybe you're in the cosmos, maybe you're astral traveling when you come upon this, but say hi. And if you're watching the replay, say hashtag replay because I love to know who's joining. And if you don't say hello, then I can't engage with you. And that makes me really, really sad. So, if you've never met me, my name is Colin Gallagher. I am the founder of Colin Gallagher International, which is an online coaching and education company. And this became a passion of mine because I had thyroid cancer, still have a scar on my neck at age 14. And I really saw people who lived a life they hated and it was too late. Like they literally had cancer and like they wouldn't change their mind on how to turn to health and wellness, how to turn to self-healing modalities, how to turn into Eastern medicine. They wouldn't learn to forgive themselves for past mistakes that brought them to this moment of disease, of cancer, of pain. And gets me chills. Like it's running through me. It just made me realize a lot of things at age 14 that I obviously didn't cognitively understand. I didn't get it. It didn't make sense at 14 years old. However, throughout my life, it took me about 9 years of suffering. So from 14 to 23, I really, really suffered. I really lived in a paradigm of I had to work really hard. I had to do a job that I hated. I had to save for retirement. I had to do this to get a relationship or keep a relationship. Like I had all these really intense constructs of how to make money, and money was going to be hard. If you didn't work 12-hour days, you couldn't make a lot of money. Like you couldn't travel the world without having 2 weeks vacation and then having to negotiate your vacation to enjoy your life. And even when you're on vacation, you still felt like you had to work. I had all these notions of what it meant to make money and become successful. And I even remember when I thought $100,000 was successful, right? And now I'm oh my God, millions and multi-millions and 10 million. I think, and billion, I think so much bigger. But I remember starting off in my career being $100,000. It's so much money. And now it's funny, that's not a lot of money. That to me, it seems like such a small amount of money. It's I'm excited for the day that I reach the multi-millions in my business a year and do this, but it's I can't even imagine just having $100,000 business. That's insane to me. Even, my rent is almost 50,000, a year. It'd be crazy to think that now. And so, anyway, I wanted to come on. I wanted to share because I have something really, really impactful and empowering to say. And I want to talk about money. So this whole live, I really want to go into money. I want to go into mindset. I want to go into job security. I want to go into safety. Whew. I really want to do this. And I'm really, really excited to do this. Let me just see if there's comments. So here, let me see here. Colin Gallagher, absolutely maple, sugarlessly gorgeous, heavenly queen. Love you, beautiful, precious sweetheart. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. So, this live I want to go into money. So I want to tell you all a story first about what my deepest scarcity tie with money, why I couldn't seem to get out of the rat race of money, why it seemed and sometimes I still feel I can't get out of the rat race. Let's say that I don't want to act like I'm perfect. It's not like I'm over here oh my God, I feel fully liberated at where I am at everything in my money level. I think that people that I've spoken to that are even at multi-millions or they're at 10 million or even people that I know that are billions, it's not so much that you feel liberated around money. It's that you just become more whole in who you are, where money just becomes a byproduct. It's not something consuming your mind. It's not something consuming your life. It's not something you're always stressed about. It's not something you're always worried about. That's what I mean by getting to a place of freedom. So I was really challenged, my first 9 years from 14 to 23 with money, because even though I had a $65,000 salary right out of college, I had a company car, I was traveling at the time, I had commission, I got a moving bonus of $12,000. Even though I had money, right, there was this really deep story that went back to when I experienced cancer. And I believe we each have a story with money, and it's important that we begin to honor become aware. We have to bring it from the darkness into the light. What is our deepest fear with money? What is tying us, bonding us, a bondage? what is bonding us to money, where we feel like, oh my God, it's like so tight, like it's squeezing me, but it's not like it's like actual bondage. If you're doing it, it's like getting you to liberation. But this bondage with money, it's like, it's not, it's just tight. And this for me was when I saw a lot of families fight, like their marriages would break up, their families would break up because of money, because they couldn't pay for their child's treatment. It makes me so emotional still. Like I would see parents screaming at each other. I would see people pulling out like their whole life savings just to save their child's life. Like it was so emotionally insane. And at 14, like I said, I didn't know what was happening, but these memories live inside of you. You see it and you absorb it. We're energetic beings. And so I absorbed these experiences. And the worst experience was I was at the doctor's office with my parents, and there was a little girl, and her dad yelled at her mom. And what he said to her is, he said, the only reason we can't pay for our daughter's treatment is because you're a stay-at-home mom. And this, I like still get chills. Like I remember looking at the little girl's face who like had cancer, and her face, like she just like put the little slinky toys up and it like went down, and she just like something was taken from her spirit at that moment, like witnessing her father say that to her mother. And it moved me so deeply. Like it's still so emotional because I didn't know this till I was in New Zealand. So this happened, this memory occurred, many memories, but this was the one that bonded me with money, like bonded me where I couldn't get free of like this mindset of it. And I moved across the world to New Zealand at 23, left my corporate job, left my amazing healthcare, my company car, my traveling around the world, like vacations, whenever, left that and started over because I knew there was more. I just was sitting there in my life so depressed, so upset. I was drinking all the time. I was anything to escape my life, anything to escape my body, anything to escape my life. Like that's what I wanted. And I really self-healed myself in New Zealand. And I started doing yoga and meditation 4 hours a day while doing a job. And this memory came alive within me. This memory of like, I vividly saw this little slinky. I know the doctor's office. I can still tell the mom and the dad who they were, what they were wearing, what her face was, like the little girl who I was looking at. Like I can bring myself to that. And so I was bonded to money, that if I didn't have money, it mean that I would not basically able to love. And if I did ever not have money, what if I got cancer and I couldn't pay for it? So I had like these really deep fears of that. Something, the most sacred thing to me in this whole life, the thing that I crave for, the thing that I yearn for, the thing that I really believe I'm here for is love, is to represent love, to take a stance for love, to believe in love, to share the message of love, to connect people into love within themselves, into other relationships. Like this is why I'm here. This is the core of my work. This is the core of my being. It's love. It's returning to that. So something so sacred like love could be torn because of money. This embedded such a fear inside of me, such a thing, like, you know, where I was like, I'm always gonna do no matter whatever the cost is. I will always make sure I have money. I will always make sure I will never need to rely on anyone. I don't know if any of you can relate to that. Do you want to comment, or you want to say, yes, I can relate, or yes, I understand, you know, whatever it is. But I had an experience where within the last year where I actually was required to rely on someone for something that occurred in my life for money. And I had to rely on them for a moment that I experienced. And it was the most alarming and awakening feeling, because it was like I had to accept at a point that money wasn't going to bring me relationships. Money wasn't going to keep a relationship. And money definitely wasn't going to be like what would be there if I got sick again, like, you know, if I had cancer again. And this was so deeply profound and so deeply awakening to me. And so I wanted to talk about this because last night, my intuition class that we're doing, we had a really deep talk on money and on this mindset. And so I wanted to share and be here and be present, because wherever you are with your money story, whatever what's happening with you, until you become aware of this bondage that you have with it, that you have to work 8 hours to make $100,000 instead of working an hour, making one video like this, one post like this, and it's being good for years, that you can repost it later and make money on it later. And create it and then be off living your life and money will flow in. Like, until you change your paradigm of what's possible, right? Like, who said that you have to work overtime to get that money to like save? What if you could actually not do the overtime and use that money for your creative time, use that money for what you want to bring to life, your passion project, and then begin to share that on social media, begin to market that, begin to learn how to sell that? What if you were to show up to free webinars like the one that I have Thursday? I have a free webinar Thursday. If you have not enrolled, you're going to want to be there. This is absolutely for you if you're a mystic, if you're a magical being and you really want to learn how to market and sell and everything. Well, not, you want to learn how to create a business, basically, an empire, your soul-led business. That would be for you. And so what if you changed your paradigm with money, that you didn't need to save money maybe in a 401k or a Roth? What if you maybe learned that there's passive income like real estate, or passive income like cryptocurrency? What if you begin to learn that there's other investments you can make in companies that you can invest in, that money begins to work for you? Like, what if you began to learn that there's other ways to do this life than what you're currently doing, but it would require you that whatever you're currently doing to make money, to do the job, that you have to slow down. You have to stop giving so much energy into that job. You have to stop exerting so much effort into that. And instead, do the base minimum, do the baseline, show up, do what needs to be required, stop over delivering to it, so you can take all that energy that you have that you're over delivering and put it into what you want to put it into where you need to go. So for an example, what this looked like for me, when I was in a corporate job, right, I started asking if I could work from home 2 days a week, because I knew if I could work from home, I could get the things done that I needed to get done, because I'm like a fast worker, and then I could have the rest of the time to do what I needed to do, but I couldn't do that in the office. So I did this, and then I also changed when I was coming to the office that I would come in early and I would leave early, so that way I missed rush hour, and also I would miss people working there, so I could get my things done. There wasn't like chit chat or busybody, whatever that it was. This was where I began to be someone who wasn't like an over-excel employee. I did what needed to be done, but that extra energy where I was overexerting before, performing, delivering, overachieving, wanting to be the best, I used all that energy into creating my company now, Colin Gallagher International, into writing my books, into learning online funnels, into learning online marketing, into learning how to sell online, into learning like copywriting, into learning manifestation, into learning new age spirituality, into learning mental health, into learning neuroscience. This is where I put all that energy, instead of learning my job, into my purpose, into my soul, into what I was being. And when I did that, opportunities started to come, people started to come, awakening started to happen. Like all these experiences just randomly, like not randomly, but they just like happened. They just came through. They just were appearing. And so I wanted to do this live because if you don't know, I also have a brand new program called Meow that I'm launching, and it's all about marketing and sales. And it's specifically for aliens. It's specifically for the light workers. It's specifically for those of you who just know you've always been a little bit different. You know, you've always been called to something greater. You know that there's been more to this life, and you're craving for that depth. You're craving for that moreness. You're craving to release the bondage of money. You're craving to release the bondage to doing a job that you hate in order to get successful. You're craving like to create a truly lifestyle career of abundance, doing what you love, being who you are, sharing what you are. You're not just here to like share some positive notes, positive energy. Like, let me just share something positive, but get no money from it. You're meant to create a business that activates love, that activates prosperity, that activates everything in your life. Like, you're not meant to work a job to make money and then this thing be your like random side fun business. Your purpose work is your career. It's meant to become your career. It's meant to be easy. It's meant to happen quickly. It's meant to feel flow. Like, it's meant to feel fun. And anytime you feel like you're doing something to get money, you're doing something to get a result, you're missing the motherfucking point. Because the point of you to be here is to be a soul-led being, is to be an energetic being, is to feel abundant and overflowing with energy moving in and out of you that like just excites you in so many ways. Like, that's the point. That's the point of existing. That's the point of being here. And every time you stop that energy and you exert it into a job because you think you need that money, you're just living into the illusion. You're living into the program. You're the hamster on the wheel that could stop running and you could get off the wheel. Like, literally, you can stop running. You can stop running so hard. You can stop trying so hard for something that's not working for you. Nothing is going to change until you change. Nothing is going to change until you stop where you're going, pause, breathe, get off, evaluate, see the field, look in the space. What is occurring in your reality? and then choose consciously and intentionally to where you're going to exert your energy so you can create a soul-led empire, a soul-led business. You can create something that lights you up, where there's literally, I get to talk about whatever I want to talk about every day. Like there's not like what I talk about off screen. So like, let's say I had my cleaning woman, you guys met her the other day when she was on here, Mildred. She was here today. Her and I talked about relationships, and we were just talking about different relationships and, you know, whatever that it was. I had coffee with a friend. The coffee with a friend, we were talking about awakening, how I became a writer and how I came into this life. Like, did it choose me or did I choose it? Was there a moment? And so we talked about that. Then my third eye was going wild today. Wild, you guys, just on a whole different level. My third eye was being experienced today. Like, it felt like literally like, here, let me see if I can find this photo for you. Okay. Oops, that's YouTube. Okay, let's see here. This is what my third eye was experiencing today. Like, this was like how overloaded it was. Pinterest is loading. Okay. Okay. So this was like my third eye, this right here. And this is like what was happening outside of my third eye, like on a projector screen. Like, it was wild. It was like just all these colors, over stimulation, over whatever. It was like just absolutely insane. Like, I have not experienced something that intense in a long time. So I was doing that. I had 2 private one-on-one calls today. Both of those calls, one talked about relationships, the other was talking about digital marketing. Like, I literally talk about what I truly care about. And you can do this too. Whether it's politics, whether it's relationships, whether it's energy, whether it's manifestation. Digital marketing wasn't even a passion of mine. I didn't even know I cared about it. I knew that I wanted freedom. I knew that I cared about freedom. I wanted to be able to be free in my expression, free to do what I want, to live where I want, to travel where I want, and be able to earn an income. The obvious answer is technology. The obvious answer. So I got good at it. I started learning, right? How badly did I want freedom? I wanted it bad enough to learn about digital marketing, to learn about funnels, to learn about writing, to learn how to like talk to people and messages and comments, and how to write sales copy, and how to, you know, do back end things. Like, this was important to me, like how to build programs, how to build containers, how to build transformation, how to offer transformation, how to become a leader. Like, these are things that were a no motherfucking brainer because I wanted freedom. And I was going to do whatever it took to get freedom. I wanted freedom for unearned income. I wanted freedom for unlimited potential to impact people. I wanted freedom to be all of me and to constantly explore this divine expression that's coming through me that just feels like it needs to ooze out of me. Like, this is what I wanted. This is what needed to happen. So no brainer, I learned technology. No brainer, I learned social media. No brainer. No brainer, I learned press the live button. No brainer that I learned how to write, how to create an enrollment link, how to create a PayPal link. You know, I didn't have a sales page. My first one, I didn't even have a sales page. It was just like a PayPal link. It was just like a Stripe link, I think, on ClickFunnels. Like, I didn't do this complicated thing that my whole empire is now. I started with 1 book and 1 course, 1 book and 1 course. I didn't even have live video like this. I did a recorded video with just PowerPoint slides and audio. But I changed my paradigm with money. And that course I did 1 time back in 2018, I still earn money on, and I still make an impact with. So what if you changed your paradigm, that everything you do lets your life be enhanced? Everything you do is allowing you to impact people. Everything you do is enhancing your expression. Everything you do is allowing you to earn more money. Everything you do is building for legacy. What if you really changed your paradigm to be in this way, to think in this way, to feel, express, to live your life? That every moment was bringing you to your destiny. That you released the bondage story of money, and you have to have that moment of awakening like I did. And that's why I have my course Meow, because in Meow you can work with me privately, and we get you to what is that story? What is the story that's locked in your memory? What is the story that's locked in your prefrontal cortex? What is the story that's replaying you in your neurons that's causing your body to act in a certain way that you don't want to act? You don't want to act that way anymore. You don't want to live that way anymore. What is that thing? And I want to support you and having that awakening, having that moment, because I came to who I am through mentorship, through coaching. That's why I believe in this industry. That's why I love this industry. That's why I love health and wellness, because I love that I can be a guide and support system to allow you to see the shadows within you, to awaken you to where you want to go. That's really what I love doing, because when you do that, you begin to fall in motherfucking love, and you create a life that is like a fairy tale. Like you literally create a life that's like, how am I even living this? You meet amazing people, you meet best friends in moments, you meet people in seconds. Like it just like this just like yummy experiential thing that just occurs everywhere for you. So anyway, my new course Meow is for you if this is like what you want. My new course Meow is it's my new signature course. It's replacing my signature course that was how to create your fairy tale life. I will still have that course. I just won't run it as often. This is my brand new signature course. Like this is going to be so epic, so amazing. We start tomorrow with the very first welcome video that's going to go live. And then we have one live call because it's the first time I'm doing it. One live call that's going to be on Friday. So you're going to want to click it, enroll. It's as low as $22. Like you can literally get this for $22 that's the beginning investment. And obviously all the way up to there's 4 options of enrollment. I would really suggest if you want to release this bondage of money that you get the one-on-one mentorship with me, because that way you get access to me and we really are going to dive deep together with you. Like I'm so committed to your success. I'm so committed to you changing your paradigm with your career. I'm so committed to you being like absolutely in love the way I am, where you can travel, you can turn on a live video, you can be confident having no makeup, wearing sweats that I literally, what's it called? I went on my walk this morning, didn't change them. Like I'm going to teach you how to be confident in that and just being who you are and sharing who you are, because the messages coming through you are more important than how you look. And if you actually look, I should do a post recently. How I look now, I actually look younger every year. So it's just funny. But, so anyway, I wanted to come on and share that because I haven't shared this in a while. And I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that you're supported. I want you to know that your life can be better, but you have to change. You have to get in an environment that allows transformation. You have to choose that, right? Like I changed because I got in environments like this. I spent money when I did not have money. I didn't know where the money was going to come from. I trusted myself. I backed myself. When I was listening to someone like me, I was like, I need to be around these people. Like I just need to be around them, because you are the people you hang around. So when you get around someone like myself, when you get around an environment of people who everyone in the environment wants to change their career to be a soul-led career. Everyone here wants to learn marketing and sales from a way that feels good. It's not like some masculine strategy of like going to a network. Hi, my name is Colleen. I have an online coaching education company. Like not like that. Like we are going to be like, hi, my name is Colleen and I'm a mystical being and I have an online education and coaching company that helps you fall in love with life. Like I want to teach you how to really embody what you're here to be. And it's fun and it's exciting and not there's this boring ass narrative that people live in life. How to make selling fun, like how to fall in love with your offers, like Meow, or, you know, my free training I'm doing Thursday, how to have 28 online courses in 4 years because you just love what you do and you're just constantly creating and you're like this machine and you can't wait to tell people. Like at the park today, I met up with the woman that I met the other day on Saturday and gave her 2 of my signed books. And I'm just so excited to give her signed books. I had a client today, not a client, but I should call him. He's like an amazing guy out of New York who finally received my books. I have another colleague that just received my books that's in Canada. Like I have all these amazing things that are happening and being experienced. And it's because I'm just so excited. You can't help but share it when you have that. And I want this for you. I know it's possible for you. And I know what it feels like if you're sitting on the other end of the screen right now being like, Colleen, I'm never going to get there. What are you talking about? I'm never going to get there. Like, I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be like, my life motherfucking sucks. This is horrible. My relationship with money is never changing. I know it definitely feels like I shared even in the past 12 months to be like, I have all this money coming in. There was something that occurred. And I needed someone to like support me for a moment, like for one, you know, a moment in time, not like rent or not like, you know, like a bill, but like I needed some support, like with a moment, like a meal and, you know, something small like that. Like I needed that. And that really changed my paradigm. That remember my bondage with money was that if you don't have money, you can't have love. And that happened in my life for me to see that you can have no money and have love. You can, in a moment, you can have, and even forever. And I should probably even change that story. I really should. Like, I'm even afraid to admit it, but it's like, you can have love and no money. And you can know that even if you become sick, you can choose to become well without money, because it's all an internal game. It's all an internal game to health and wellness, to healing, to feeling joyful, to feeling abundant. So, even those two, like this was a huge lesson I just even more embodied this year, which is why the last 12 months, but this is even why my course Meow is so much more important. I believe in this work because I've seen when I've totally released and surrendered into like money is nothing but a piece of paper. And what we actually want is we want safety, we want security, we want freedom. The moment we can change a lack of money into be like, okay, I feel a lack of security, safety, and freedom, we can ask ourselves the question, what can I do to feel more secure, safe, and free for myself in this moment? If I feel insecure in a relationship, what can I do to feel more secure in that relationship right now, internally? Not with that person around, but right here, what can I do to feel more secure in that relationship? Safety, what can I do to feel more safe in who I am and what messages are coming through me? What can I do right now? Can I write something? Can I express something? Can I tweet something? Can I make a new blog? Like, what can I do? And then the last one is, what can I do to feel more free? What do I need to express, move, buy, dance, play, laugh, this, that, woo? What needs to happen? And when we change that, instead of why isn't money happening or why isn't money flowing into why isn't safety, security, and freedom flowing, we can take our power back, because that's something that we can feel like we can manage. Where money is a tangible thing that's just, paper, just paper. But when we get it into an emotional level, we can take our power back and we can control it, because it's not something out there, it's something in here. And that's exactly what I cover in Meow. That's exactly what I talk about, and I'm just so thrilled to go deep on you with specifically. And I can't wait to see you enrolled in that. So comment or message below Meow, or you can get the link. And then also my free training Thursday. I really hope this served. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I would love if you were able to share it, comment, and I can't wait to see you in the course that feels aligned and alive for you. And I really do hope it's Meow, because I know it will change your paradigm with money, change your paradigm with your career, change your paradigm with where you're meant to be and who you're meant to be. I honor you. You are so special. You are so loved. You are so accepted. You are so worthy. And we are here together in this rise of consciousness. Hope to see you in Meow.